Well, hey YouTube, it is I, Ember Honey Raven, the big fat witch. We're back in the working room. How are you? And how are you and you and you and you and how are you? You hanging in there? You're magical. Your butt looks good in those jeans. Yeah. Y'all, I'm so excited to bring back another edition of Wedin, witching every day in November. And today we're going to be talking about sigils. So I'm going to show you my super simple, easy way to make a high-tech sigil. Everybody can do this. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Look, most of us have worked with sigils before or know what they are, but just as a little refresher, just so that we're all on the same page, a sigil is any symbol, and usually it's one that we make, but it's any symbol that we can use to imbue with our intention for protection, for intention work, for cleansing. Sigils can be used in a lot of different ways. You can lock spells or mirrors with them. You can use them for relationships. I personally use a sigil instead of a family crest. There are just dozens of ways in which you could use a sigil, and they're very easy to do, but some people feel a little bit intimidated when it comes to creating your own sigil. So we are going to take the guesswork out of that. Now, before I start, I'm going to reiterate what I've been saying for years now. Look, this is the way that I do it. There are dozens of really great books out there. There are literally entire books on sigils. How to make them, what they mean, the best ways to do them, the best ways to, imbue them with your intention, the best ways to activate them. Look, I'm just saying, I got a real simple way to do it, and it's always worked for me. So again, when it comes to your magic, figure out what works for you and do that. So sigils, again, y'all, that was my foot. I promise I didn't fart. Every time I move, my foot is like, yeah. So again, I know I always make a fart joke now. What the hell? I've like made 3 fart jokes on YouTube now. Are they going to demonetize me over this? Anyway, again, sigils are used for, you will sometimes see them hanging over people's doors. You'll see them on candles. You'll see them everywhere. And you will see sigils that are really intricate, that have lots of lines and working parts and letters. And sometimes you'll see really simple sigils. The one that I'm going to show you is a really simple sigil. So again, I told you guys this was going to be a high-tech sigil, so guess what we are going to use? We are going to use the keypad of your phone to make a sigil. Everybody's got a phone, I assume, or you have access to, the internet. So look, if you're watching me, you must be on the internet at some point. So this is the easiest way that I can show you to make a really high-tech sigil. High-tech because it just uses a keypad on a phone. I've made sigil wheels before, and those are fun. But again, if you just want something quick, this is an easy way to do it. So I'm going to angle you guys down so that you can see what we're doing here. And welcome to my dirty, dirty, dirty working table. But look, I work on this table. There's going to be ashes. There's going to be pieces of spells. There's stuff everywhere. And that's just the way it is because we're witches and we ain't got to be clean while we're working, right? So let's make a sigil. I'm going to shut up now. Okay. So I have the keypad and I have one over here. Now, your sigil is really supposed to be a positive intention. So you know what? Let me angle you up for a second. So I went ahead and pre-made a sigil. Your sigils can say anything from I am smart to I get 8 hours of sleep at night to I have $100 extra to my lottery ticket will win $5 to I am protected. It's really supposed to be just a positive statement that's kind of specific. I like to make mine pretty, very specific. It's a positive statement that you basically are willing into existence, your intention. I like to use sigils in spell work. So this is going to be very spell specific. So this spell says, my return to sender spell works by 12/5/2020. Okay. Now you'll see there's a bunch of crosses out. If you've never made a sigil, I'll walk you through it really quickly. Take a piece of paper and write your sentence out. I like to include dates in mine if I'm trying to be really specific. Some people don't believe in doing this. Again, do what works for you. But I write, my return to sender spell works by 12/5/2020. I then go and cross out all of the vowels. Any A, E, I, O, or U, just cross it out. We're not going to use those. Then I go back through, and any repeating letters I cross out. So you'll see that I've crossed out the T here because one already appears. So if you get one T, cross out all the rest of them. If you get one S, cross out all the rest of them. If you get a D, cross out all the rest of them. And make sure you also go back and check the beginning of your statement. So once you've done that, and I do that with numbers as well, repeating numbers, I cross it out. And I'm sorry for my nails, y'all. I'm about to put a new set on, but you know, some things just ain't important. So then what I do is I draw a line and I rewrite everything that's down here that's available. So my return to sender spell works by 12/5/2020 now became this. So this in and of itself can actually serve as a sigil if you're satisfied with that, because the purpose of a sigil is to be kind of a secret casting. It's supposed to be something where other people, when they look at it, they wouldn't necessarily know what it was. And you're not really supposed to kind of specifically remember what it is once you put it into play. Okay. Sometimes you remember them anyway, and it's not in my opinion imperative that you forget the sigil, what it stands for. But you know, it's better if you kind of make it to where you really don't look at it and immediately know, because it's a way to lock the sigil. It's a way to keep other people's intentions from out of it, and it's just a way to protect it. So see how I have all these letters written here? Well, this is not good enough for me, so we're going to go ahead and make the sigil on the keypad. You ready? Let me turn you down here. I hope you can see. I'm going to try to get you as close as possible. So we are going to be using all of these letters, okay? So I have my keypad here. Mine's a little bit off the page, but let me rewrite this. Actually, no, I don't need to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on this keypad, and everywhere that the letters correspond, I'm going to put a dot on the letter. So I have an M, okay, I have a Y, I have an R, I have an N, an S, a D, a P, an L, W, K, B, and then I have a 1 and a 5 and a 2 and a 0. Now, you could actually stop right there. You could take where these dots are located, and you could actually just draw them out down here, kind of in the pattern where they go. And you could stop right there, and you could use this dot as your sigil. That's plenty. Like, that's a sigil. You don't need to get fancy. But we've all seen the sigils that, you know, kind of have lines. So I actually do like to take a little straight edge. And there's two ways to do this as well. So we're going to take a straight edge, and we are basically just going to connect all of these lines. M to the Y, and then we're going to find Y to the R, and again, you're going to see a lot of intersecting. Y to the R to the T, and this is where I like to give them a, oh, you know what, y'all, look at that. I forgot to put a dot on my T. I can't believe I did that. Good thing this is just a practice sigil. I like to give mine just a little bit of space. R to the T, okay, T to the N. And you kind of get the basic, you know, the basic purpose for it. N to the S, S to the D to the P. Y'all, I swear I'm making a song out of this. D to the P, P to the L, and then we're going to go L to the W, W to the K, and then we're going to go K to the B, and then we're going to do our 1520. So B to the 1. Oop, look at that, I'm running out of room. 1 to the 5. 5 goes back up to the 2. Okay, so that's a thicker line. And then the 2 goes all the way down here. All right. So do you see how we've kind of done this? See how all of this goes like this? That is a sigil. Now, obviously, what I would probably tell you to do if you're going to make this for yourself is probably get a transparent sheet or get a piece of paper, like do like this with your keypad. Put your keypad like under your paper so that you can do your own symbol. But do you see how easy that is just to make it with your keypad? And you can leave the dots in it, or you can just do it, you know, with straight lines. It doesn't matter, but this is just a really easy, high-tech way to make your own. Let's do a really simple one together, and I will use a blank sheet of paper this time. So let's go ahead and write out, I'm just gonna write out a really, really simple one. I'm gonna write out, oh, sorry y'all, I've got a spell over here that I need to clean up. I'm gonna write, I am protected. Okay. Now what are we going to do? We're going to mark out all of the vowels. M, we have P, R, okay, and then I'm going to mark out one of the T's because I already have it. So what I'm going to have left is M, P, R, C, T, D. See how simple that is? Okay, so let's create our symbol. I'm going to lay a piece of paper on top of this. Okay, actually, let me go ahead and make my dots here because that can serve as our guidelines. There's the M, the P, the R, the C, the T, and the D. Okay, let's go ahead and lay a piece of paper out. And we're going to just make our sigil because that is what we are doing. So the M is going to go to the P. So the M, you can't really see it, but I'm going to draw this out for you, y'all. I know this is like so. If you don't want to do the dots, just go M to the P, P to the R. I can probably see my dots a whole lot better than you can. R to the C. Okay. C to the T. T to the D. All right, look, there is my I am protected sigil. Now you cannot tell me that that is not super easy. That is so easy. Now look, you can actually do this in the straight line technique if you want to. You can actually use curved lines. You don't have to draw it in a straight line. So let me show you really quick what a curved line sigil would look like. This is where you can just get really creative, okay? I'm just gonna start at the M here. And this is gonna be ugly, y'all, because I am no artist. So I'm just gonna go M to the P, okay? P to the R, okay? And then maybe I'll go R to the C, okay? And then maybe I'll go C to the D. C to the T, sorry y'all. And then maybe I'll go like that. So again, this is the curved sigil. Now, I will tell you, I tend to use, and look at that. That is the same sigil, but it's done with different lines. We've got a straight sigil and a curved sigil. Now, let me turn you up so I can talk to you for just a second, and I promise my long-winded butt will shut up. Whoops, sorry, almost gave you a titty shot, sorry. So, as you can see, super easy. Look at this. I am protected. Same sigil. You may decide that you will use a straight sigil for certain things and a curved sigil for certain things. That's up to you. I use a curved sigil for love magic, magic where I'm trying to help a family member. I use this for just about everything else. So, what do you think? How about that? How about a high-tech sigil using a phone keypad? You can put your dots in or not. Again, it just depends on what you like. You can draw a circle around your completed sigil if you want to and cut it out and use it. Or that can just be you know, that can just be done the way it is right there. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up on a way that you can make your own sigil. You don't have to have any fancy supplies. And, you know, obviously you'll have to activate it and, you know, put it into work. That's a whole other video. But this is the process for the easy high-tech sigil. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It's just easy. So until next time, make your own sigil with your keypad and, you know, upload a video or like, I don't know, send me a photo. But tell me how it worked for you. Tell me if you're going to try this. I hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, huge blessings to you. Keep making magic, y'all. Bye-bye.